Hi my dears. So let's start our fourth lesson of geography by the hands of the nature. Children, I know you have textbook with you. So while watching the class, definitely you should take the textbook. Okay. Take the first page of your fourth lesson. Observe the pictures given in your textbook. Go through that picture. What all things you are seeing there? Skyscraping mountains, extensive plains, uninterrupted waterfalls, scorching desert, extensive plateaus with hard rock terrain, the big and small valleys. Look how diverse our Earth's surface is it? So, the mountains, plateau, plains, waterfalls, etc. forms the various landforms on Earth. Most of the landforms are evolved through millions of. Let's examine the various landforms on Earth's surface and also the forces behind their formation and their characteristics in detail. Let's start with landforms. Do you remember, dears, in the previous chapter, you have learned about the external agencies responsible for making changes on the Earth's surface. The process that helps the formation of landforms are called geomorphic process. Once again, the process that helps in the formation of landforms are called geomorphic process. Varied landforms, varied means different landforms. Different landforms are created by the continuous process carried out by external agencies. Which are the external agencies? Water, waves, then wind, glaciers, etc. Is it? So, these external agencies are often called geomorphic agency. So, the process that helps in the formation of landforms are called geomorphic process, and the external agencies which helps in the formation of landforms are called geomorphic agents. So dear children, observe that picture given in your textbook. Observe that diagram in figure 4.2. Okay, listen. The rainwater carries loose materials away and also it deposits on the low-lying regions. So haven't you seen how rainwater carries away the loose rock materials, rock particles from elevated means high region and deposits elsewhere. So many changes are taken place on the surface of the earth as a result of these movements. Okay. Due to this process, various landforms are formed. The surface need to be weakened for facilitating means helping the easy removal of rock particles to other places. You have learnt about the weathering process. Do you remember it? Weathering, physical, chemical, biological, we studied in the last year. The weakening of surface rocks on the earth. So what are the different processes of weathering? The transfer of rock particle formed by chemical, physical or biological weathering process from one place to another by external agencies such as running water, wind, glaciers, sea waves, etc. is called erosion. Once again, the transfer of rock particles formed by chemical, physical or biological weathering process from one place to another by the help of the external agencies is called erosion. These materials will be deposited in low-lying regions and this process is called deposition. So, the movement or the transfer is called the erosion and the deposition is called, these particles, these materials will be deposited and this process is called deposition. Now, you might have realized that external forces cause both erosion and also deposition. The erosion as well as the deposition carried out by the external agencies created various landforms. Let us go through the various process by external forces. Along with river banks, rivers originate from the springs at the high altitude. Rills formed by the rainwater may join together to form streams. A river develops through the merging of numerous such streams. Streams means arubikal. The place of origin of a river is called its source. So, the place of origin of a river is called its source, and the place at which it discharges into the sea or a water body is called the river mouth. So, the place of origin is called the river source, and it discharges, or the place that ending is called the river mouth. Okay, let's see some factors determining the flow of a river. Volume of water, rock structure, stock of the terrain, amount of sediment. So, these are the factors determining the flow of the river. The course of a river can generally be divided into 3 stages based on the difference in slope from its source to the mouth. So, these 3 stages are upper course, middle course and lower course. Upper course is that part of the river where it rapidly means very speedily, is it, flows down along steep slopes from the place of its origin. The intensity of erosion is severe. Severe means it's high in this course. So, the upper course, the erosion is very high. And the next is middle course. Middle course is that stage of the river where it flows through gently sloping foothills. As the velocity of the flow decreases, the intensity of erosion declines, and also the deposition begins there. So, in the middle course, the 2 process is taking place, the erosion and also the deposition. And the last stage is lower course. Lower course is the stage where the river flows through the plains. The rate of deposition will be higher due to the slow pace of the river and the increase in the amount of sediments during this stage. So, here no erosion is there, only deposition. So in figure 4.3, it is more clear for you. The upper course, place of origin of the river flows through steep slopes, intense rate of erosion, that means high rate of erosion, less amount of sediments, no deposition, and landforms such as valley, waterfall, etc. are seen. And the next is middle course, flows through the foothills. Both erosional and depositional processes are active. More sediments are carried down. Features such as meanders and oxbow lakes are seen. And the last one, lower course, flows through the plain regions. Active depositional process. The quantity of water as well as the sediments is high. Depositional landforms such as flood plains and deltas are seen in this last stage, are seen in this lower course. Okay. So children, you have learned about the characteristics of a river right from the source to the mouth. The landforms created in the different courses are different in nature. So let me conclude today. Hope you are enjoying the class. Hope you are following my class. In the next class, we will learn about a few erosional and deposition process and the resultant landforms. Okay, thank you.